This is The Wire for 2000 Zulu, November 9th, 2023. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 1930. Bottom line up front. War continues in Gaza. Political targeting ramps up around the world. Beginning with international events, on the European front in Spain, prominent politician Alejo Vidal Quadras, the founder of the far-right, by Spanish standards, Vox party, was shot in the head on the street in Madrid. He remains in critical condition at a local hospital. This incident came a few hours after he tweeted his opposition to the formation of a coalition government between the Socialist Party and the Junts that allowed for Pedro Sanchez, the leader of the Socialist Party, to remain prime minister under the new coalition government. On the Middle East front, President Biden states there is, quote, no possibility for a ceasefire in Gaza. However, Israel has allegedly implemented a daily 4-hour humanitarian pause in which citizens of Gaza are expected to flee south through the previously described humanitarian corridor. Analysts comment, as of right now, it is not clear as to what this pause is supposed to do, or if it is the same announcement from a few days ago, as the humanitarian corridor that was established days ago has not resulted in any marketed cessation of the targeting of civilians. Israel continues to strike clearly marked United Nations facilities, hospitals, schools, and aid convoys in and near the pre-established Saladin Road humanitarian corridor. Conversely, Hamas remains committed to insurgency-style warfare, complicating the situation on the ground even further. On the home front, in Texas, Sarah Fields, a journalist for Republica, continues to face targeting by the FBI for her journalistic efforts to expose a Hamas training camp that was recently active near the U.S.-Mexico border. Her sources for this reporting are confidential, but allegedly Hamas maintained a sophisticated training camp in Matamoros, Mexico, in which militants would receive training before infiltrating across the U.S. border to serve as sleeper agents. This camp was allegedly shut down in 2022. Analysts comment, the nature of FBI involvement is reportedly not to obtain more information on this training camp, but to determine how this journalist obtained the information, as well as wanting to know the names of Fields' sources. Analyst comments for this wire. Uncomfortable truths are becoming very difficult to ignore as the war in Gaza remains extremely intense. Atmospherics from within the United Nations indicate exasperation at the futility of establishing even the most basic humanitarian efforts in Gaza. What is going on in Gaza right now fits the definition of total war, in which no aspect of a population is spared from the conflict, and unrestricted warfare tactics are the norm. Total war in a counterinsurgency or COIN environment results in mostly civilian casualties. For instance, more civilians have been killed in Gaza in 30 days than were killed in the past 20 months of the Ukrainian war, per United Nations data. The failure of a populace to understand this importance and severity is likely to result in no hesitation from political world leaders in continuing this war. This concludes The Wire for 2000 Zulu, November 9th, 2023.